Hello, I'm Ashley Langford. I'm here to do a speech for my Speech 100 class to my fellow soldiers. We got McKelvey, Bustamante, and Dominguez. I'm here to let my speech class know a little bit about myself and my fellow soldiers. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. That's where I was born and raised. I've been there all my life until I joined the Army. My dad was also in the Army for 20 years. He retired at Fort Jackson, which is one of the largest Army training bases in the country. It's also located about 30 minutes away from one of our major malls, which is Columbiana Mall. They have a Forever 21, Charlotte Russe, they have Coach, and for the male, they also have any name brand you can think of, popular brands like Nike, Adidas, any running shoe, any boots, any dress shoe you can think of, they have it at this mall. I usually look for the military discounts and places that do, which is usually 10%. They have a food court and a place where little kids can play. Another one of our malls is Columbia Mall. It's just a smaller mall. It has a movie theater right across the street, a couple barbershops, and some good food, and a couple stores. If you ever decide to come to Columbia, South Carolina, you should also take a trip to Myrtle Beach, which is about 3 hours away. Usually people take trips to Myrtle Beach because it's a college town, so all the college students want to go down to Myrtle Beach because it's got all the club scenes, food, bar, anything you can think of. And it's pretty big. If you're not a big fan of the college scene, like everybody isn't, I wouldn't stay near the beach because that's where all the partying happens. You should probably stay 10 to 15 minutes out, not right along the shore of the beach because that's where all the college students hang. Speaking of colleges, we got University of South Carolina, which everybody's familiar with, the Gamecocks. I attended Lebanon University, which is about an hour away from Columbia. We also got Carowinds, which is also on the border of North and South Carolina. It's a pretty fun place to go. You can bring your family. So if you ever come to visit South Carolina and you bring your family, that's a place you can go. That's it. I'll let you know about Columbia, South Carolina and what I like to do. Since I was a college student, I was heading down to the beach. I'll let you know about my family and my background, which is Fort Jackson and Columbia, because that's where I'm from. Anybody have any questions?
What's your favorite restaurant?
My favorite restaurant to go to in Columbia is Red Lobster, because the food is fresh. Even though we're 3 hours from the beach, they tell you it's fresh. I believe it because it actually is fresh. It tastes fresh to me anyway. Anything else?
What is your favorite place to go shopping?
My favorite place to go shopping is actually a smaller mall, which I didn't get to discuss, which is Sand Hills Mall. It's literally a minute away from my house. It's not as high-end as the other mall, Columbiana Mall, but it has just about the same stuff. It doesn't cost as much, so that's why it's my favorite. And they also do the military discount, which is a plus for me.
Well, what would you say would be the most popular tourist attraction?
The most popular tourism attraction, I would say, is Myrtle Beach. Because like I mentioned, it's for college students, but also people go down there to bring their family. It just depends on the time of day you go. Usually during the day when you're with your family, you go out to eat, you go to the beach, you have a good time. But around nighttime, I would say that's for the college students. So Myrtle Beach is normally our #1 tourism site.
What do you love most about Columbia?
I love most about Columbia is that we have a bunch of different people. Blacks, whites, Puerto Ricans, Mexican. It's not necessarily one race. You got the best of everything.
Do you happen to have like a favorite location, like a park, or just a place you like more than the other places?
Okay. One of my favorite parks is Sesquicentennial Park. It's about 20 minutes away from my house. It's in Columbia as well. You can go there. It's a big natural park. It's a lot of wood. It's not too many, like nowadays you'll see parks of plastic. It's natural. It's all wood. And you can go there, you can grill outside. It's usually an all-day event. They usually have events that go on there, so you can bring your family and just chill and hang out. They got volleyball courts as well, so you can go out there, play in the sand, actually get in the water. I wouldn't advise getting in the water because it's not very clean, but people still do it anyway. Anybody else got any questions?
Well, seeing that you're in the military, and you mentioned that your father had retired from Fort Jackson, and it's one of the largest basic training posts, did you yourself attend Fort Jackson?
No, I did not attend Fort Jackson. I actually wanted to go to Fort Sill, which is in Oklahoma. I actually didn't want to go to basic training at Fort Jackson because I didn't want the whole city at my graduation, so I chose not to go to Fort Jackson.
What would you tell a person thinking about moving to South Carolina?
I would say do your research. Because like I mentioned earlier, South Carolina does have a bunch of different people, but there's also some good areas, some bad areas like any state. I would do your research.
Amusement parks in South Carolina, would you have any recommendations for that?
Yes, I would say go to Carowinds. South Carolina doesn't have many amusement parks. That's probably one of our only ones. Carowinds is really big because you could bring your family, you could bring anyone. Like I said, college students, like I said, I'll go all day and all night because I can go up to Charlotte, I can go to North Carolina, I can party, and I can also drive back to Columbia the next day because it's only an hour away. Anybody else got any questions?
We're good.
All right. And that concludes my speech from my Speech 100 class. I'll let my audience here know where I'm from, Columbia, South Carolina, because they work with me every day. They don't know much about me and where I'm from, but now I gave them a speech about myself, and that's it.